My name is Graziano Melli and the topic is cybercrime. Cybercrime is perpetrated via the internet and it is becoming a psychological and economic threat to every country in the world. All governments agree that global response and coordinated action is required. Rustad writes that past technological advances such as the automobile, the telegraph and the telephone have brought dramatic improvement for society, but have also created new opportunities for wrongdoing. The same is true of the internet, which provides unparalleled opportunities for socially beneficial endeavours, and by the same token, the internet provides a vast, inexpensive and potentially anonymous way to commit unlawful acts. In dynamic circumstances, the internet has opened up new possibilities for people of all cultures to participate in the creative industries and knowledge economy, and to innovate, create and share digital content in ways that would not be possible otherwise. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime confirms that cybercrime is an emerging form of transnational crime. The complex nature of cybercrime is one that takes place in the borderless realm of cyberspace and is compounded by the increasing involvement of organised crime groups. Perpetrators of cybercrime and their victims can be located in different regions, and its effects can ripple through societies around the world, highlighting the need to mount an urgent, dynamic and international response. On identity-related crime, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime writes that all over the world, societies are increasingly reliant on identification information. Information about members of societies stored as data is used for banking, shopping, travelling and collecting social assistance. Increasingly, such information also includes biometrics and DNA profiles. The more that public and private sectors become computerized, the more avenues are available for organised criminals to exploit the digital weaknesses of those systems to commit identity-related crimes and generate significant profits. Furthermore, on examining the forces shaping cybercrime markets online, Brenner et al. Informs us that as technology increasingly permeates all facets of modern life, the risks posed by computer hackers have risen dramatically due to their ability to steal information, compromise sensitive networks, and establish launch points for future attacks. Horizon Scanning, as detailed by Hopton and Sharon in their published work Foresight of Evolving Security Threats Posed by Emerging Technologies, focused on 5 fields: nanotechnologies, biotechnologies, robotics, new materials, and converging technologies, otherwise known as nano-bio-infocogno. Security threats under consideration involved potential malicious use by terrorist groups and organised crime. The scanning was based on a broad literature survey, interviews with experts and internal brainstormings. In the first stage, 80 technologies were identified with 3 broad categories observed. Firstly, the disruption of certain applications, for example, jamming the communications in intelligent collision avoidance systems in transportation. This seemingly conspicuous category is increasingly important with our growing dependence on technologies. Secondly, the increased accessibility to technologies that once were confined to the military sector or to unique laboratories. Now affordable commercial off-the-shelf components that may generate damaging electromagnetic pulses. And lastly, malicious uses of new technologies that are being developed for beneficial purposes, for instance employing advanced toy robots for terror attacks, or using synthetic biology to engineer bacteria that instead of producing fuel, consume it. This discussion becomes compelling from the perspective that the same platform allowing cybercrime to flourish also gives many independent artists and activists a digital forum in which to launch their work or voice. Rustad reminds us of Merton's theory of block mobility, that is, that those with little formal education and limited economic resources are more likely to turn to a life of crime. However, this cannot explain early hackers who were the products of the anonymity of affluence with ample means to attain American goals of success. In conclusion, there is no doubt that the future is both challenging and exciting in equal measures, and that the only certainty is that cybercrime is here to stay. Thank you for your attention.